are some key differences between a male and a female duck. You've probably seen them at the park and you're wondering which one's the female, which one's the male. All right, I'm gonna make it very, very, very simple for you. The number one thing to look at when you see ducks to identify the male or the female is the plumage. What do the feathers look like? Is it colorful? Is it beautiful? Is it brown? That's one of the key things to look for in ducks to find out if it's a male or a female. Male ducks are usually very bright, very colorful, green sometimes. They're just like attractive. Whereas the females are usually like a brownish tone or like a simmering tone, like a little simmering tone, like a duller tone. They're not as bright, they're not as colorful as the male ducks. The other thing that you would look for to know the difference between the male and the female duck is their size. Okay, that's an easy one because male ducks are usually bigger than the female. Okay, male ducks are usually bigger than the female. If you look at the female duck, if you look at the male duck, side by side, which again, when they mate, they're always together. You can tell like, oh, boyfriend, girlfriend, or man and wife, or well, not man and wife, duck and wife. They're always together. So you can pretty much tell the difference in the size. Like the female is usually smaller. So the next thing that you will look at, again, this still goes back to their plumage or their color and outward appearance, is the color of their bill or beak. Okay, if you look at the male duck, usually the male ducks are, they usually have a brighter bill, sometimes yellow, most times yellow actually. And the females have like a muted tone, if you're into colors and things like that. They have more of a muted tone that kind of matches their plumage. So it's like wearing a little pretty hat that matches your dress. That's how they look. Whereas the males, they're quite the opposite. Okay. The next thing to look for is behavior. Okay, the male ducks are a little bit more aggressive than the female ducks. And I'm going to tell you a really interesting story from one of my shoots that I was observing some ducks at in a second. Okay, I spend way too much time chasing wild animals with my camera. And the results? Freaking awesome. From sassy squirrels to just happen wildlife moments, I turn them into prints so you can hang them in your home. Basically, it's like bringing the wild to your walls without the mosquitoes. ToniPayne.art. All right, so another thing that sets male ducks from female ducks, sets them apart from each other, difference is during mating season, which is usually during the spring, and that is aggressiveness. Male ducks are a little bit more, they're actually way more aggressive than the females. Females are a little bit more chilled. They're not so like, the H word, like I got it, But the male ducks are like, which brings me to the story that I was like, so one day I was at a lake observing ducks, because again, I like to film ducks. A lot of people don't because they're boring, but I don't think they're boring. I think they're cute. So I was out there filming ducks and was observing this one female duck. The next thing I know, I don't know how, it just happened all really quickly, to be honest. These male ducks are just ganged up on her, and they just like, it was bad. It was really bad. Like it was so bad. If I could throw my camera, I would have, to be honest. They were on her and they would dip her head in the water. And I'm like, wait, am I seeing what I'm seeing? I look up, of course I'm seeing what I'm seeing. I'm like, how is that possible? Anyways, eventually she got away from them. And when she got away from them, she flew, she was gone. And I do not blame her because I never knew like male ducks were like very grapey. Like I never knew that. That was my first time actually seeing that and knowing that they are. So boo male ducks. But yeah, so male ducks are definitely more aggressive than female ducks. All right. So another key difference between male ducks and female ducks is male ducks, you would think like when you hear the quack, quack, quack or whatever, you would think that male ducks would be louder. Actually, they're not. When you hear the loud quack, that's the female. They're actually much louder than the males. Males are a little softer, raspier than the female ducks. Now, those are some key differences between male ducks and female ducks. Again, the easiest way, you don't have to do all that. The easiest way to tell the difference between a male and a female duck is their outward appearance, and that's their plumage. The male duck is always going to be brighter, more colorful, and the female duck is always going to be more muted, more subtle. Okay, because like I always say, the male birds need their Ferrari, and that's their plumage. Alrighty, if you have enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Don't forget to subscribe. Do not forget to like, share, and watch my other videos. I did 2 videos on how to tell Canada geese. That's actually much harder because the males don't have the fancy plumage. How to tell them apart. You should watch one of that in my channel, on my channel. Toni, are you here with us? I am here with you. All right, that's gonna be it. Till next time. Peace.